Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
It's another episode of
Back
Nerd
for
News
another
Now.
week?
You know what this week is?
No, I don't.
I don't either. You might be watching a rerun, so bear with us.
Oh, we're recording?
We're recording. And so today is the 9th of April. So that's where we're at. I don't know where you guys are at, but we'll be giving you the next hour to enjoy, listen to two nerds talk about technology.
I'm Bob Snow with Design Factory, and
my name's Jim Carrillo, and I'm not with Design Factory, am I? My company's name is Blue Marquee Consulting, and we're both with the Morgan Hill Access Television, or MHAT. And today we're going to talk about technology. So what do you got going on, Bob?
I got a couple things. I'm working on still getting used to this. You know, we had problems with my laptop, so I installed Linux, and I've been playing with that a little bit. Still had some issues. I'm not going to show how I resolved that. Did I talk about making the swap file?
I think you did talk about that last week.
Oh, okay. So now I have something else I'm going to show, but I'm trying to I have to install a text editor and some stuff.
You don't even have a text editor, a basic text editor?
Well, it doesn't install by default. It has one. It's a gedit, but it's just like...
Well, what about this guy?
Yeah, I want something that'll show line numbers and
all that,
because what I have to do is at line 463.
Oh, God.
And the other one has no line numbers. So I'm just scrolling down, and so I'm just...
That's a little bit too geeky for me there. You have gone far beyond where I ever want to go.
Yeah.
But
so I found that I double-clicked on trying to open this text editor that I installed.
Yeah?
Well, I guess in here double-click it clicks it twice. So I think I opened up like 6 versions of that.
Yeah. You know what the cool thing, though, about what you just did about installing Ubuntu Linux is all those other folks out there right now are getting those notifications that their Windows XP is out of date. And
That's right.
Yeah. By the way, if you're getting those notifications that your Windows XP is out of date, just ignore it. I mean, really, who cares, right? Yeah. That's like saying, hey, your TV's out of date. Yeah, you're not going to be able to have high level of security. Who cares, right? I mean, does anybody really have a high
basic stuff?
I know. If someone was going to hack in,
what are they going to steal from me?
Yeah, I mean, if you're running a bank off of your Windows XP computer, yeah, you should be thinking about changing. But if you're just using it for home use, don't even worry about it.
I don't know why.
But what Bob did was circumvented the whole problem, though, because he just got rid of his Windows and is now on Linux, which is a different operating system. Kind of like Apple has its own operating system.
Yeah, and I think it can do mostly everything. I mean, I've been browsing and...
Nowadays, that's really all we do is just browser stuff.
And really, the only thing, is I use Adobe products, and they don't have that for Linux.
Oh, that's right.
So I can't do that. But they have GIMP.
Oh,
it's pretty much like Photoshop.
No, it's not. That sucks hard.
Well, it does the same thing.
Yeah, but I spent like 3 days trying to learn how to use that one, and oh gosh. But could you do things like on what is the operating system? I mean, the browser, Google Chrome. Can you install that Pixlr? Oh,
I probably could. I don't have it on here. On my work machine at home, I stopped using Chrome.
Oh, what happened?
It's just, I don't know if it's the updates, what it is, but I open up Chrome, and it starts, and you go and see how much memory it's using. I had 3 browser windows open, and it was using like almost a gigabyte of memory.
Let me see what I've got going on.
I have to close it down, and I have two different logins for, I've got my email account for Morgan Hill Life, and then I have email account for my business. And so I've got 2 of those, and every time you open up a tab or an extension, Chrome does another thing, I forget what they call it, but it's a different process. So I've got 3 tabs open, maybe 4, and there's like 16 Chrome instances running, processes running. And it just adds up, and it was just bogging everything down. So I just went back to Firefox.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm looking at mine. And Ed, if you can come over to my computer. Gosh, I hate my computer. So I'm looking at my, right now, I only got 3 gigs of memory. That's crazy. This is my primary computer. I have 3 gigs of memory.
Yeah, that's what I have.
It works, huh? So I'm going to close out my Skype and see what that does. It goes from 2.65 to, it did nothing. Skype doesn't use much memory at all.
So if you go to processes.
I'm going to close down. Oh, wait, it just closed. So, so it went from 2.6 to 2.5. I'm going to close down Chrome. You ready for this one?
Well, if you go to processes, you can see it too.
So I just closed Chrome, and it was 1 gig of memory.
And how much did you have open on it? Not that much. Right?
I had one tab.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What else is open? I got nothing else open. Oh, I got TeamViewer.
That shouldn't take that much. If you click on the processes tab, that'll actually show you memory use.
Yeah, I've got TeamViewer's killing 91. What is that? Megs?
Yeah. Which
And
isn't
then
much.
Windows Explorer. Oh, I got Jing running. What the heck am I doing here? See, this is good to be able to look at this process stuff because you can like clean up crap.
But that's just that shouldn't be a lot going on, all right? That's just,
Well, it's preparing to do screen recording on my screen, so it's always just sitting there waiting. But okay, you ready for this puppy? I'm going to open up Chrome, and it's only 61 megs of memory. That's not bad. But if I look over here at the performance,
so what it is, it's like Firefox isn't great at it either, but it won't, when you release the tabs into them, it doesn't release the memory a lot of time. So I don't have it on this computer, my one at home, it's got a little plug-in that I installed. And I think I talked about this a long time ago. And it's just like a little red button in Firefox, and you hover over it, it tells you how much memory it's using, or how much it thinks it's using. And you can just hit that button and it'll just restart Firefox. And
wow. Well,
do that. But I looked at it and I hovered over the Firefox button and it'll say like 400 megabytes memory using it.
Yeah.
But when I go to this Windows process thing, it'll show that it's using 700.
oh.
So they're not jiving,
Yeah.
you know, exactly.
Well, let me show the audience what you're looking at on your computer.
So this was something else I was going to show at some point. So yeah, this is my Firefox. I was going to show a process. I don't know if we want to get into that right now.
All right, let's not get into it right now. Let's come back to our cameras. All right, what I'd like to also do is let's introduce the other members of our crew today.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, sometimes Bob and I are like operating just the two of us, and then sometimes I fall asleep and it's just Bob by himself. And so today we actually have a crew, and this is cool news. We're going to go to camera 1, and you're going to get to see our crew today. And Dennis is going to...
Dennis is doing...
Well, Dennis, you got the mic live, right?
We're live.
All right, good. So we're going to come over to you in just a second at some point, but
Yeah.
and then Ed's over there working the TriCaster. And today, what's really nice is we have one person that's working sound and one person working video, because trying to work all of the systems at once can be just mind-consuming.
Especially when we're trying to do the show and we're switching the TriCaster from here. It gets a little...
So what Ed's going to do, I'm going to walk him through it. He's going to do preview on camera 1. So he can actually click on the picture camera 1. That's live on camera 1, so hit the space bar. And then now underneath camera 1, there should be an area where you can click on composite video. And you're right now, that's because you're on camera 2, Ed. So you're previewing camera 2. Okay. Hit the space bar. Now you're previewing camera 1. And then now you can look down below, it says S video, composite, or input. Oh,
I think you're...
are you still on DDR?
Yeah.
To the right of that tab, DDR should be input.
Yeah.
And that controls all the, what cameras you're looking at, what inputs.
Okay, now hit the space bar again. Wow,
Oh,
look at
right.
that. That's it. And rotate the screen. Can the audience see the screen? that's the mayhem that Ed's working on right now.
Yeah.
And that's just one of the screens that he could be looking at. There's like 4 screens that he could be working on.
Yeah, and then you have to switch tabs for inputs and production and all that.
Yeah, I was telling Ed that.
You know what we'll have to teach him is the lower thirds.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Not
another
the
little
lower
component.
third.
Not yet, the lower thirds, yeah.
Man.
So I was telling Ed that if something doesn't go wrong during a show, it means we weren't learning or we weren't testing
We weren't
something.
Testing it enough.
Yeah, and something always has to go wrong, otherwise it becomes boring.
Yeah, last week it was pretty much a major disaster.
Yeah, that was easy. We didn't even start the show and everything started falling apart.
Yeah.
So we've had the show go where the system that Ed's working on has locked up in the middle of the show,
Yeah.
and only one camera worked. And so whenever Bob would want to talk, he'd have to lean in and talk, and I'd lean into the camera. Oh, it was horrendous. And we'd have to rotate the, look at what I'm working on here. So yeah, a lot of things can go wrong, but I think that's the fun part of it, is just catching up with it. All right. I've been working a lot on WordPress this week.
Actually, both the things that I'm going to do is WordPress, so we're kind of doing a retro show from
I know.
WordPress Wednesday.
Well, you know, Ed works on WordPress now.
Oh,
So he's going to join us on the Hangout.
Well, you know, something happened with WordPress this week that I don't know if I like it. I don't know if you've gotten the notices, but the last 2 days, I've been getting these emails because as the admin, WordPress 3.8 or something,
Yeah?
the new version,
Yeah.
is automatically updating all my sites. And I don't know if I had some setting turned on that
Really?
said go ahead, but all of a sudden I'm getting, it's like, well, wait a second, and it was automatically updating to the new version.
Let me check out a site I've got. What? I
let me show
just
you
did the
my
downtown
email.
Morgan Hill Downtown Association. I'm gonna check out that site.
Which I don't like it doing that because I want to be aware
Oh yeah.
when it's updating, because if a plugin doesn't work, all of a sudden the site doesn't work, and I'm
Yeah. This WordPress 3.82 is available. What's the version that? Let's go WordPress.org. The current version is 3.82.
yeah,
And-
that's the one. Well, jump over to my screen real quick. I'll
I'm
pull
running
up my email.
3.81. Holy crap, a
Look at these
moly.
notices. Bubbles, Breeze, Morgan Hill Mushroom.
Click on one of them. I
Area.
want to see what it says.
It says your site.
Howdy, your site.
Has been updated automatically to WordPress 3.8. No further action is needed. Blah, 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 blah.
That's just
And then at the bottom it
crazy.
says, you also have some plugins or themes with updates available.
See, mine isn't updating automatically. Do you think you have a plugin that's doing that for you?
I don't think so, because I don't like that it automatically is
Tools,
updating.
appearance, plugins. Where would it be under? Updates? Oh yeah, it'd be under updates.
Let me do a search here real quick to see if
That's just crazy.
WordPress auto update. Let's see if anything's.
Tools, updates right here.
Up.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
What's that?
If WordPress 3.7, which is probably what I had running on those sites, you don't have to lift a finger to apply major security. Most sites are auto background update.
Oh, because you're. But
Because then that latest version. Well, they also changed another thing, which I'm going to talk about.
well, let me tell you what Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me tell you what thank goodness I'm not getting mine updated. But so I developed this site for you helped me with it, the Morgan Hill Downtown Association, and I'm okay with it. I'm not like, it's not my best site, but what was hard about it was it came with the premise of it has to look exactly like this other site.
Right.
I was like, well, that kind of sucks, but if that's what they want, right? But I didn't realize that to make it look exactly like the other site has implications. So I installed this little feature here. Now, I didn't have this last night. I was on my cell phone. It's called Select a User Agent. You ever heard of that one?
No, I haven't.
So I got this Select a User Agent. It's a developer's tool. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to choose iPhone. And then I'm going to, I've already, so this is what my site looks like on the iPhone. And if I were to actually make it a little bit smaller, because my iPhone isn't that big, That's what my site looks. That's what the site looks like on the iPhone. It didn't look like this last night. Matter of fact, it looked like junk.
Look like the regular site. Right?
Let me show you.
So this.
Let me show you what plugin I did.
That's just like a.
The user agent, all it does is it allows me to see what an iPhone would look like from my desktop.
Okay.
But I installed this Mobile Smart plugin. So let's go ahead and go to that Mobile Smart plugin, and I'm going to turn it off. Update settings. Now I'm going to go back to the website and refresh it, and I should be on. I'm on iPhone, and this is what my site looked like last night. I was like, oh, I can't let the site look like that. It looks like crap. So so what I did was I went and I got that Mobile Smart plugin. And what that Mobile Smart plugin lets me do is it says, when somebody's viewing this on a mobile device, use the different theme. And I chose 2014, which is a WordPress theme that's automatically.
And it's automatically.
And so now when I refresh the page on this thing, this is what it looks like. And now look at how the menus are nice and clean.
Right, right.
So now I have a mobile-ready site, but I still meet the requirements that she said she wants it to look exactly like.
Can you customize what it looks like on the mobile?
It's exactly like it as if you were designing a theme, yeah. You could design the theme for the mobile.
And what's that called?
That is called Mobile Smart.
I'm going to email myself that.
Yeah, that was a really good find, because at a minimum, the worst thing that you can have happen to you is one of your clients get on their phones and look at their site, and it sucks. You're like, oh gosh. So
well, that's a good plugin for somebody who doesn't want to pay to have.
That's right.
Other design.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want to pay to do it.
So at least the 2014. I mean, it's a pretty good design. So that was what I did this week. Oh, some other things that I did on that site. Let's see. I added this puppy. View inside our merchant stores. So you know how I do those Google virtual tours, right? Well, so she wanted me to have those Google virtual tours on the site, but I'm like, well, I don't want to have to like create a whole plugin thing and having a featured slider.
Oh.
So I used
iframes?
I used the Elegant Theme plugin.
Oh.
And it's called Elegant Theme Shortcodes. And I use there's this thing called tabs. And so now I got these are little tab pages within a page.
Oh, right. Okay.
And so I can have each one of them.
So you just add a tab as you.
Yeah, it's just like adding a table.
So that Elegant Theme plugin, you can use it on any.
It just gives you the shortcodes features.
Okay.
So you're not getting the full theme, just the shortcodes.
And the shortcodes are WordPress native or.
No, they're.
Elegant Themes written to that.
That's right. Yeah. So now it's kind of ugly. I'm always leery of creating a site that is too difficult for my clients to update. But in this case, I mean, she was asking for stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I just got to do what she wants. But, I mean, this is pretty nasty. Tabs, slider tabs, left tabs, tabs container, tabs text, and I mean, it was a hard one for me to swallow on this one. So, but you know what? It works for what she what she wants, and she can look at the page and now. And I love this little concept. This is an animated GIF.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's like a, and then I was talking about this to Ed earlier. Ed, this is that Google virtual tour I was talking about. Okay. So like this is Rosie's at the beach, and you could just look around, and you can walk through it, go to the back room, and you can even go full screen.
So do you have a gallery of these on your site?
Yeah, a gallery. I wish that was. I mean, that's. I've done 12. I was hoping to do 10 a month, but it's all in sales, right? I just am not good at sales. I spent the afternoon asking your sister on how to do sales.
What's that?
I said I spent the afternoon asking Renee to teach me how to do sales.
Oh, we don't.
I know, that's what she said. I don't do it. So, all right. Well, tell you what. Let's plan on taking a break right now. We're going to pull up one of the videos. I think we've got a couple of videos. They're both kind of tech related. I think one's medieval help desk and the other one's my Blackberry's not working.
Oh, okay.
I think these are Larry videos, if you recall those. But at least it might give the audience something fun to watch. So Ed's going to let me know when we're about ready to go, and we'll turn you over to the videos. But and then I think what we'll do is we'll switch and let Ed come on scene when we're done. So let's see what we got for this video.
Ja.
Ja, hva gjelder det?
Ja, det er denne her. Ja, vil du sitte? Takk. Ja.
Jaha?
Ja, så jeg har ikke fått gjort noen ting hele formiddagen.
Ok, nei, jeg beklager at det tar tid. Altså, skjønner Vi holder på å legge om til et helt nytt system, og da skal alle ha hjelp på en gang. Vet du.
Ja,
så du kommer ikke inn i den, eller?
Nei, den bare ligger der.
Ok, har du forsøkt å åpne den?
Ja, åpne den, altså hvis det hadde vært så enkelt, så hadde jeg jo ikke tilkalt helpdesk, hadde jeg vel?
Nei, det er
Nei.
sant.
Nei. Du har en kopp varmt vann?
Nei da, det skal være fort gjort. Det
Ja.
skal vi se. Du bare gjør der. Sånn.
Ja.
Da er du i gang.
Ja, altså så langt kom jeg også.
Ok.
Ikke sant? Men så stoppet det opp, og så var jeg redd for at noe av teksten skulle forsvinne, så jeg turte ikke å gå videre.
Å ja, ok. Nei, men du skjønner at inni her så ligger det kanskje flere hundre sider med lagret tekst. Så for å komme videre så tar du tak i et ark på den måten her, og så liksom blar du over på neste side sånn. Da fortsetter teksten der.
Jeg blar, altså.
Du blar, ja.
Men når jeg skal tilbake, da?
Ja, da bare blar du tilbake igjen. Tar tak der, og så gjør du sånn. Der. Så er du tilbake til den teksten du hadde i stad. Ikke noe
Ok, så den
forandret.
slutter der,
Ja.
og så fortsetter den der, ja. Ok, men når jeg skal avslutte for dagen, hva gjør jeg da?
Da bare slår du sammen permene
Ja?
på den måten der. Sånn. Da er den lukket, da ligger alt lagret inni der.
Altså, jeg risikerer ikke å miste noe av teksten her nå,
Nei,
altså.
alt ligger lagret inni her nå.
Ja.
Da må du i tilfelle sette fyr på hele greia. Det er kanskje lite sannsynlig. Så.
Ja, ok. Nei, men for det er noe med det at liksom, når du har holdt på med skriftruller,
Ja.
så tar det litt grann tid å konvertere til å bla i en bøk. Ja, ja, godt det, vet du.
Det er greit.
Ja, flott. Ja, men du, en til før du går. Jeg må bare gå gjennom en gang til. Altså, jeg åpner
Ja.
sånn,
Ja, riktig.
og så, hva har du kalt det?
Blar.
Jeg blar,
Ja, bla videre.
blar frem og tilbake.
Ja.
Og når,
Teksten ligger der hele tiden.
ja. Og når jeg er ferdig, så bare lukker jeg den.
Ja, riktig.
Flott.
Fint det.
Kjempefint.
Ja, flott det.
Ja, men du, vent, ikke sant? Nå er den sånn igjen, nå får jeg ikke åpnet den. Nå får jeg ikke åpnet den.
Ja, det er fra feil side. Du må åpne fra andre siden.
Så det er ikke likegyldig, det,
Du
altså?
må åpne fra den siden der. Sånn. Der. Der er den åpen.
Ja vel.
Har du
Ok.
lest manualen, eller?
Manualen?
Jeg skal følge med som manualen som brukerveiledning. Det er sikkert den der. Der, vet du.
Å ja,
I
den,
der
ja.
står alt sammen.
Ja, men ikke sant, der har du samme problemet. Får den ikke opp. Får åpnet den.
Ok, det skulle vi kanskje ha tenkt på.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. I didn't get a chance to see it. I was doing some stuff, so I'm assuming it was funny or whatever it was, entertaining. All right, so we have Ed has joined us, has switched, and
Hello.
actually you can see where Jim's gone back to the control room
Yep.
back there. So Jim's going doing switching, and there
There
he
he
is.
is. Hey guys.
Hey,
They're way down the hall in another room. So.
Yeah.
we're in studio.
I know we
2B.
should. Yeah. So
in the trailer.
okay, so yeah, Ed brought on something that looks pretty cool. He just now showed it to me a second ago, so I'll probably have some questions.
Yeah. So what happened is last week Contour, they actually are a company that's been around a long time, and they kind of went out of business, and they've kind of come back with this Contour 2. It kind of has all
Were
the
they a camera manufacturer before?
Yeah, they had the Contour 1, and then they kind of went out of business, and they came back with this one. And I've read some reviews about it. It was just done last week, or just came out last week, so I bought it just to kind of play around with it, see what it does. I always wanted one. It's very similar to a GoPro type of thing.
Okay.
It does the 1080 thing.
Okay, so it's HD.
Right. It also does like HD at 120 frames per second if you want
okay.
to be able to look at slow motion video and that type of stuff.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just another mode that you program in here. And it's really, it's made because it's simple. All you do is go forward, and you're supposed to be able to, it's recording right now, actually.
Oh,
And that's all there is to
that's cool.
recording.
And then it has a mounting device and
Right, it is. You can mount it on your helmet or your
the helmet and stuff.
your hat and that type of stuff, bike and that type of things. So I took a few videos with this, and it's amazingly the quality of the videos. Now, what happened to me was there's no way to look at this. There's no way to look at this right now. To see what I'm doing it, you're supposed to be able to pair it to your phone, and that's where we've been having the problem. We haven't been able to get the Bluetooth to pair to this, and if it doesn't pair and you can't see anything, it's pretty much useless, really.
Does it have a hardwire download that you can?
Yeah,
So it's like a USB
yeah,
or something?
just like any other thing, it shows up as a drive, and you'll see your videos on there, just like you would on an iPhone or something like
okay.
that. Yeah, very, very similar to it.
And then I see the little Bluetooth button, so use that, just turn on the
Yeah, and we could hook it up, and then it would just drop.
Oh,
And I think we're doing everything right. I think it's just, with Bluetooth, you never can tell if it's going to be your phone or if it's
the device.
thing.
Yeah.
Although I determined it because I have 3 iPhones,
Oh, wow.
and it wouldn't connect on either of those or my iPad. So I kind of eliminated it to
Could be
this.
this, yeah.
Yeah.
So can you, when you're using the Bluetooth, although you said it has a problem, can you control the camera as well?
Yeah, in fact,
Or is it just a monitor?
No, you can control it.
Oh, okay.
All the white balance and all that type
wow,
of stuff. But I haven't been able to hook up to do that, so you can see where.
Now, do these from here, can you zoom in and
I
zoom
don't
out there?
think so. I think it's just the
It's
one.
just the wide, yeah.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, because
I
the
believe.
GoPro, I don't know if you can do that either.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm not.
I think they're just.
I'm pretty sure it's just what you get. What you
Yeah,
get.
because that would be a lot of
Yeah.
mechanics in there and everything.
Yeah,
to-
it's got a laser thing that it'll send out a laser, and
Oh, so you
So
can.
you can
oh,
see-
Here, I'll let you hold it.
yeah, so you can see if it's level.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
I'm not sure. And it's got one down here. Not sure how those work, to tell you the truth. But one of the neat things about this that I really liked it for is hikes. You can go on hikes with this, put this on your thing. You get a video of your hike, and when you come back, it's got a GPS in here. So you have a map, and you can
Oh,
and
that's pretty cool.
you're at a certain point in your hike. They want to know where that is. They just switch to the map mode, and they show exactly where you're
Because
at.
it's logging in the GPS
Right.
coordinates.
Right.
Oh,
So
man.
that's kind of one of the big.
This is just so crazy now.
Yeah.
What they're going. I mean,
It's really that. I think that's one of the main features. You guys might know Ron Erskine does a bunch of hikes around here, and he's our wildlife expert, kind of. And he's going to be doing a hike next weekend up at the ridge. It's kind of a special hike.
Epico.
No, the ridge by the dump over there. Well, I guess once a year they
okay.
open that up, and he sent some emails about you go on to Eventbrite and sign in.
Oh,
They're-
okay.
The event's free, but they want 30 people or whatever.
So-
So that's what they use it for. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to play with this today and tomorrow. I'm going to the Giants game tomorrow. I'll take some shots,
take some-
play with it, and then send it back tomorrow because it's.
So
it's
other than the
kinda useless.
Bluetooth issue, you've been using it now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's really light. I mean,
Yeah.
it's actually not much
Hey,
more than a phone.
If you guys got a good 10 minutes left. If you want,
Okay.
try to hook it up to Bob's phone. See if it works on the Droid.
Sure, we can do that.
Do I need a special app for it?
No, just see if the Bluetooth hooks up. I got to press this to make it discoverable. That would be interesting.
So I don't know if I've ever hooked in a Bluetooth. Okay. No visible. Scanning.
Test it.
I should turn mine off. There we go, so it won't get confused.
Yeah, so what it's doing is it's scanning now on my phone.
Is it? So is it seeing it?
It doesn't say yet. It looks like it's still scanning, but no devices found. Although, does that flashing mean that it's...
I think that means it's being discoverable. It's in a discoverable mode. But let me try and turn it off and turn it back on.
Okay, so, yeah, this is actually the first time I've used Bluetooth on
Okay.
my phone here, so I'm not real sure. So I'm going to hit scan again. And
Yeah, see, it's
if
not
it-
even,
Oh, here's a device.
it's my MAC address, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it
Contour
is.
number 2. Okay.
Go ahead and press on that and connect up to it, yeah.
Paired.
Now he's got to download the app.
So,
Right.
It's a free app, right?
Yeah, it's a free app.
Press on.
so.
Okay. You can go to the App Store and put in
Let's see where.
Contour Connect is the name of the app.
Okay, so I'm gonna, let's see, where's that at? Okay, so yeah, I'll download this Contour.
So Ed, what is the purpose of the app? Why do you have to download the app?
What the app does is, there's no screen on here, so you never know what you're looking at. So the app will show you what you're looking at, what the video is coming, out of this thing.
Probably.
And it will also control the control the phone, control the camera with like white balance and different type of.
Just like
things for
any
that.
other digital.
Yeah.
So it's
That's it?
downloading now.
Okay.
Yeah. It's actually called Contour Connect.
Contour Connect,
that?
yeah. It looks like a pretty nice program. It comes with a program called Story Maker or something like that, where you
Oh, do like some basic editing.
yeah,
and
like
stuff.
maybe Photoshop elements, maybe even more basic than that, but that type of thing.
Okay, it looks like it's installed. So let
If it
me
works on this, then I'll just have to get rid of the iPhone, huh?
see if I can find it here.
I only have installed 150 apps on the iPhone so far.
Oh, if it's loading.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
So,
No
no
camera
camera
connected.
connected.
Oh,
oh,
there
wait,
it
there it
is.
is. Oh, that's cool. So I can see it. Let me take my mic off and I'll. Oh, there we go.
I'm going to go to this camera. Hit the space bar.
Oh, there we go.
Look at, hey, there's me. So
That's
Ed,
pretty
you're
cool.
controlling the camera, huh?
right.
Point the camera at Bob. Oh, look at that.
Oh man.
And so the audience knows, I'm looking at Bob. That's pretty darn cool.
That's pretty cool. Keep the camera there for a second, Jim. I'm going to go in and see. So here's settings. And it's it's got green background in there, so you're not going to be able to. The numbers are green and stuff. So it's got switch positions. So you can change the size, video format.
Oh, you can do 2 positions?
You can do 2 different formats. It's
Oh.
like, there's about
To save space, I guess. For
No,
one.
what it is, there's this little switch in here. Say you want to go to 120 frames per second to shoot slow motion, you just go to mode 2, and it
okay.
goes into that mode.
Oh, I see. But that one's only 480.
But you can select, you can go there and select there's
Oh,
a
I
bunch of
see.
different
Okay.
ones.
Oh, quality high.
Yeah.
Change it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, here you go. White balance. Let's see, advanced. You can, change the contrast, exposure. Wow, that's very cool. Oh, and it's got a microphone built in it.
Yes, it has. You can see it. It's right
Oh,
here.
okay.
And it also has a microphone jack. To,
Oh, okay.
For, to hook
Oh,
up an
that's
external
really
one.
cool.
Yeah.
And then, it's got the GPS settings and.
How much did that cost, if you don't
This
mind
one-
asking?
No, sure. It was. I think it was $450.
Wow, that's about
Yeah.
the same price as like a normal handheld video camera.
Yeah, yeah. Little Sony handheld, about the same price.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And I'm sure there's, since I've had it less than 24 hours, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I'll discover.
Now, what?
No, I can't do what Bob's doing here on my phone. I could try it again.
There's no zoom.
Okay,
Try do like you said earlier, how you were going to uninstall the app and then
I turned my
Yeah.
Bluetooth off just to,
Okay.
so there's nothing.
All right, so now I'm just going to go to my Bluetooth, see if I can hook up at least.
So Kona, yeah, I'd never heard of that company before. Like I said, it is crazy. It's so light. I mean, if you were hiking and had it strapped on, you wouldn't really notice it.
Right. Oh, I need to press that. Oh, it is discoverable. Yeah, see, it's just not.
Yeah, I'm starting to see more and more of those GoPro or cameras like this just all over the place. You know,
Yeah.
people are, but
You sure can't go anywhere without
yeah.
being on somebody's camera somewhere. That's-
But I think it's also one of those things that, you know, how much video can you watch of people skiing down a hill?
That's true.
Hey,
Well, you know, it's you know when it's amazing is like when something happens like the Boston thing.
Oh, right.
They must have had
Cameras
100
all over,
videos of everything. Then that. Yeah.
I like the idea of the GPS thing because, like you said, if you can go on a hike,
Yeah.
that would be something cool. Like, let's say Henrico.
Right.
If somebody did all the trails, they could have a kiosk set up or something where people could say, you'd have video of, I wonder what's it like going up to this place.
Yeah, exactly what they asked. Google actually does that on hikes. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, they've got the street view.
They've got a street view, but it's a backpack they put on the back of the thing with the camera. Hike down Grand Canyon on it and stuff like that.
I have
Yeah.
seen some of those before, and then they've got we've talked about that before. Now they're starting to put zoos in there so you can, but unfortunately with the zoos, the animals have to be there. You can't, it's just a picture of,
Yeah.
Hey, Ed. So one of the things I was thinking about in the troubleshooting is, have you ever used a Bluetooth with that phone?
Yes, and I had problems with it too.
You've got a new phone. That's like an iPhone 5, right?
Yeah, but it's 2 years old.
You know what? I had a client, and they took the iPhone to the store, and they fixed it.
Yeah, I had that experience with the Apple store, and they said they wouldn't fix it. I had a problem with hooking up to a Bluetooth speaker, right? And I took it in, and it was 2 months out of warranty, and I said, well, you guys know I can't break the Bluetooth, It's not like the screen's broken or something. I go, oh, well, we can't do it. And he goes back and talks to the guy, comes back to me and goes, we're going to honor the original warranty. And I just go, oh, well, that's great. You're going to warranty. He goes, no, by honoring the original warranty, I mean you're out of warranty for 2 months. So they kind of did this double talk to me that made me try to feel good, but they were telling me I was out of luck.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, Steve Jobs would have jumped out of his thing on something like that.
Oh, well, yeah, never mind then. You're screwed.
Yeah. Well, I might be at the Genius Bar tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It would
Cool
be
little
cool.
thing, 'cause
It would
we've
be
done,
cool if it worked. I guess I could just give it to you. It works on your phone.
Yeah, because we've had Larry, who's on the show. He's here, runs it sometimes. He brought in, and we've done a couple shows with it where he's hooked his GoPro up to his quadcopter,
Oh, right.
and we were.
I know. I think I know Larry. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
we flew it out front, and
Oh man, that's what I want.
it's-
That looks like great fun.
and actually a friend of mine is. You know him, John Tarvin.
Oh yeah.
They're going on a trip,
Right.
and he does this thing where he emails everybody and play a little game, and
Oh, okay.
we get to see what there's. But he took a quadcopter and a video with
Oh, did he?
GoPro with him, so he's going to be posting up videos.
Oh.
They're going down to Big Bend, Texas,
Yeah.
and
The-
so he's going to be taking aerial shots. They do a lot of photography. You know him from the photography club?
Right.
Is that what
Right.
you- Yeah.
Yeah. The Two Old Buzzards, is that the?
Two Old Buzzards.
Yeah. That's.
Him and because they used to own the print hotspot printing.
Oh.
And we did a lot of work with them, but I knew him. We did stuff, so I've known him for a long time. I worked with him.
Yeah.
and stuff. So he's he'd be a perfect guest on here because he loves this kind of
Yeah. He would.
stuff.
He would.
And I took a class from him one time. I didn't do very good in the class just because
Which class did you take?
it was Visual Basic.
I took Visual Basic from him too.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
Larry, he took a class from him.
Right. It was over at the community center.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Gavilan night
Yeah.
class. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I pretty much told him right up front, I said, I'd sit there, because I'm not a really programmer. 'Cause, I mean, you'd have to have a very mindset to do that kind of stuff, especially so I'd spend hours trying to do a homework assignment, and I come back and I just can't get it done, and he'd look at it, oh, it's supposed to be a period right
Just
here.
one little thing, yeah.
And
that's
my
what
brain would
programming's
just start
like.
going to mush, you know. And so I said, well, I'm not going to have time to do my final project and the homework assignments, because I just didn't have that much time. So, but it was an excellent class. I really enjoyed it because it kind of made me at least look how this stuff works.
Sure, yeah.
You know, when
know
they
what's
program
behind
it.
the thing.
Yeah,
You know how they can hide a click under something that could do anything.
yeah. So.
Tipped. Never.
Oh, there we go.
There we
There's
go.
Larry's.
Cool.
Oh, this is over at the community center.
I love
So,
this stuff.
and I wonder if this is the one where, at the end, as it comes down, you see all these kids can start running out the thing.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, wow. That's great.
That's a GoPro on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what he needs to do is just figure out a way to mount it. It's kind of cool seeing the quadcopter there, but if you didn't have the propellers,
Yeah.
you know. But I mean, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty high up. I mean,
It is crazy. How much are these now? They're under 1,000, right?
Oh yeah.
GoPros, yeah, I think they're probably about the same.
No, I
as
meant
that.
the
the quadcopter?
yeah,
Yeah, I think you can get those pretty,
300. Wow.
$300.
What a fun toy.
See, now this, I don't know what the insurance would be like, but if you flew that like at the Mushroom Mardi Gras or something and got the whole place, I mean, that would be
Yeah.
great for their TV ads and
Yeah,
stuff.
I think the FAA and those they're trying to figure it out right now. You know,
what they're going to do with it.
What
yeah.
are all these, all these things flying around? You know, what are we going to do?
Yeah, especially if Amazon does their delivery stuff. So,
That's crazy.
all right, well, we'll get to that. We're going to take another quick break, and then I'm going to come back and talk about a little thing.
Yep.
And so, I'm not sure what's queued up. My Blackberry doesn't work or something, I think. So,
All righty. Take it easy.
From you last week, and I'm very disappointed.
Oh, yeah? What's the problem?
Yeah, well, my Blackberry is not working.
What's the matter? Run out of juice?
No, it's completely frozen.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. I'll tell you what. Let's try it on orange.
That's got a few black spots, you see.
Oh, dear, yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Was there anything I can do to get my Blackberry working?
Well, it could be an application issue. But where'd you store that Blackberry?
Well, it's on my desktop.
Well, you could try using a mouse to drag the Blackberry to the trash. Then after you've done that, you might want to launch the Blackberry from the desktop.
Well, I've already tried that a few times. I mean, all it did was mess up Windows.
Well, it might be worth waiting a couple of weeks. They got the latest Blackberries coming in then.
Well, could you give me a date?
Certainly.
Let me put that date in my diary.
Anything else I can help you with?
Yes, I've also got a problem, to be honest, with my Apple.
Oh dear, that is an old Apple, isn't it?
Yeah.
When did you buy that?
Last week.
Last week? Oh, they brought out 2 new Apples since then. What's the problem with it?
Well, I've tried to put my dongle in it, and it won't fit.
Oh, yeah. And how big's your dongle?
Well, I don't know much about these things, but my wife's seen a few dongles in her time. And she says it's a little bit on the small side.
Well, I'm afraid there's not a lot I can do about that. Tell you what, let me try booting it. No, it's crashed. Anything else I can help you with?
Well, funnily enough, yes, my grandson's birthday soon, you
yeah.
see. Now, he's already got an Apple and a Blackberry. I mean, have you got anything else that you might just like?
Well, we're doing a special offer on these. I mean, I can't make head or tail of them, but the kids seem to like them.
Oh, yeah.
Xbox. 360.
Bob, what was that one? That was the My Blackberry Don't Work.
Oh, is that what that one was?
That was My Blackberry Don't Work. And I don't think they were talking about the Blackberry that. Yeah. But you know what? I think that little video is a sign of the times, because I don't think many people's Blackberries work anymore, do they?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're still in business. I think they still have a lot of people that.
The president's the only one that's keeping them alive.
But they were one of the first ones where you could actually text and things in a device, right? I mean,
Yeah, I'll tell you what they were the first ones on, and this was the defining element of technology. The reason why that BlackBerry was so well is because it was so freaking hard to get your email on your phone that they had to create a whole company around making that easier. I mean, isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah.
That something that now today anybody should be able to do was so hard before that a whole company could be made up on that.
Yeah, and you can do it. I don't check my emails on my phone that much.
How dare you?
know.
Oh, my
I just
goodness.
get-
What kind of nerd are you?
I got enough things dealing with that phone.
My
If
goodness.
it's
So, okay. Now, you were going to tell us about something.
there's a couple things I had to work on this week with for Morgan Hill Life's website. So
Okay.
that's the new newspaper, Morgan Hill. I'm sure.
By the
people
way, you know it's updated at 3.82, right? I'm just joking.
Yeah.
All
I'm not surprised why it didn't do that.
your websites are updated at 3.82.
Yeah.
All right.
So the issue is let me show the website here. We've got clients that, with this resolution on these screens makes it so hard to. I was going to show the ads, but we do ads for
That's pretty
different
good.
real estate companies.
Yeah.
And because what I want to do is open.
Oh, you want me to change the resolution?
Well, I'm going to.
Let's see if this looks any better. Does that make it look better?
Yeah, it's still not showing it though.
Maximize your screen, or no?
What I want to do is
Let's go with
log into. Maybe it's.
that better? Can you maximize that screen?
Yeah, let me. So here I'm logged in. What I want to do is log in and show you what I was working with. I'm going to log in as that. Morgan Hill Life. So, and these real estate agents are going to get like some free airtime. So
Oh, good.
I hope they appreciate it. So, so what I'm going to show is Drive. I'll show you what the ad looks like and the issues that we were having. And what it was is we get a lot of information, like this particular ad we just started doing. There's six different agents, and they all get a portion of the whole ad. It's a full page ad. So we were getting different emails, and they'd have to attach a picture and send that, and then they send text, and it was just it starts to get a little confusing because you got people doing different things. And so I'll show you this. It's running a little slow, but I think that's an internet connection. So what I ended up doing, I'll show you what the picture. So I ended up creating a form in WordPress that they can. What I did is I created a form that the realtors could go into, and it's got their name, their phone number, their email, and they fill in all of these items, and then property one, what's the title of it, what's the copy they want underneath it. They can then attach pictures and their picture, and they click send, and it send all the information to me
cool.
in one
Nice looking
clean,
form.
nice email form. And I just have to massage it up and copy and paste it in, but it's all there. Plus it reminds them that we need this information, because sometimes we don't get their CalBRE number, and that's like we go back and forth. And it worked really, really well, and
But it's just, it looks like you got no internet connection is what's going on.
yeah, and so what it is, so the form was working great. The issue that they had was, there were two issues with it. it was a password protected page. So yeah, this isn't loading it. Oh, damn it! Every time sorry.
Did he just?
Every time I want to show something, it's like I have issues.
Yeah,
like
good.
this.
Where's our technical people when we need a beep
Yeah.
in there, huh?
So I don't know if I'm not connected anymore to the internet.
It could be. Well, go to another tab and see if. No, it looks like you're not connected at all because I could see on other sites, on other tabs, yes, I was connecting.
Yeah.
So that means that you're probably having some issues. Our internet, and I'm gonna slam Charter. Is that who we have?
I think so.
Oh God, they've been. They got 30 megs, right? If you test it at the exact right time, and if you test it 5 seconds later, it's 0 megs. And
Yeah,
all day it's been up and down.
So I'll explain what I did. So if you go into, I was looking for a thing to change. By default, WordPress saves a cookie on their on the user's computer that by default is set to expire in 10 days.
Huh.
And that's in the hard code. So the issue was, is one of the agents logged in, put their information. They came back later that day and they thought it was broken because they didn't need a password to get in.
Oh.
It was because the cookie was doing it. So what I ended up, and I did a bunch of searching on the forums and everything, and there's not a whole lot about that out there. And then I found one, here's the fix. You set this number in the WP dash, it's the internet's down, WP dash pass.php. So I'm like, okay, and I saw that on like 2 separate forums. So I'm looking and looking, cannot find that file anywhere. Well, apparently, in one of WordPress's updates, they got rid of that file and merged it into WP login.
Oh.
So now instead of a 600 character thing, this login's like
3,522.
something. So I finally found it, and what it is there's a line of code, and I saved the original. I wanted to show it, but where you go in and that line of code is what controls the 10 days.
Oh, the cookie time frame, huh?
Yeah, and what you do is I changed it to 0. So what it is it's for that session. If you close the tab and come back, you got to re-enter your password.
All right, so come over to my computer, Ed. I'm going to show Bob how my feeble mind would have done this. I would have not been able to pull that one off. I would have gone to plugin and did WordPress cookie expire.
Oh, I was wondering if there was a plugin with that, but by the time I
Cookie
thought
control.
about that,
This WordPress plugin simplifies the implementation and customization of process of cookie.
okay.
Nah,
And so
plugin.
what this is actually site-wide because it's right in the root of WordPress.
Yeah, right,
So, but you can change it to whatever you want.
right. Well, that's cool. You can come back.
So the other thing that I ended up fixing is on those forms. We're only doing it with one company right now, Coldwell Banker, but we have other ones we're going to introduce it. But sometimes when you suggest something, people don't take the suggestion because on their ads they get so much space in there. You say, make it 30 to 40 words. Well, I was still getting like these just long
So did you max it?
not massive, but they'd send like 100 words.
Yeah.
And, the text has got to get small and small. So what I went into the forms and on certain fields, I just made it stop at
Yep.
100 characters.
I think that's a good idea.
And so it's like you just can't type in anymore.
We need to use that technique when we're doing the videos for like the Celebrate and all that stuff.
Oh,
Because then we could say, type in your script here. And then when it hits the maximum number of characters,
it's like, that's it. That's
you're
as
done.
long as the
Yeah.
script is, yeah.
Because you can't talk any longer
And,
than that.
so I did that on a couple fields because like the title, sometimes it gets too long. And especially because the design came from corporate, so we have to pretty much stick with what they want it to look like.
Right.
So it's, you start getting 4-point type and
It's
and
not.
that's not good for them either. But that's what I worked on this week with the WordPress. And so it's fun. And the problem was, and I didn't discover it till later, is these forums, I didn't look at the date, and they were like from 2013, 2012. So that's somewhere in the last versions when WordPress changed up the way they...
Did that update? Oh, or that's not tied to the update. That's tied to the cookie expiration.
Right, but they changed where you changed that.
Do you
in the code.
Do you think 3.7 had the old way of doing it, and now 3.82 has a new way of doing it?
You know what? I'm not sure. I could actually look because I have folders of the
If you had
version,
internet
look
connection,
and see
yeah.
if that's.
Oh yeah,
That's a.
you keep the old
I have folders.
old versions, huh?
Yeah, because I manually install WordPress most of the
Oh
time.
man, you don't look at your email on your phone and you manually install WordPress. This is criminal here.
Yeah.
Well, hey Bob, I want to show you something that you taught me. We got about 4 minutes left. Just in watching Bob do what he was doing on his Linux computer, I learned something that was so absolutely blatantly idiotically dumb. I should have known this a long time ago, but I'm going to show the audience this. So if you look at my computer, right now I have my browser window opened up at what's called a 4:3 mode. And it's like a 1024 by 768. It's what all of our old computers used to be at, right? Our old monitors. And look at how nice the website fits in here, right? Well, when the trend of going to wider monitors came about, like for example, watching movies on widescreen, the web developers decided not to follow because they had to make sure that people can look at the website on any monitor. So watch what happens. On the left and right, there's always blank space on every website. This is true. It doesn't matter what website you go to, you're going to get some type of blank space here. And so all I can do is scroll up and down.
Right.
Well, I looked at your Linux machine and I noticed where your start menu was. It's on the left. And I thought, that makes so much more sense, because if I put it over here, I'm using up some of that blank space, and now I'm just expanded my area that I could look at here. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And you can move it on Windows too.
Yeah, I mean, I never thought of why I would want to put it over there, but that makes absolute sense, especially with the websites all being vertical, and that's what I'm primarily doing. Yeah. So now I got to just get myself used to working in this area.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to, but I guess I can do
that's my problem is on my start menu, I have like a ton of...
Oh, you got the auto hide start menu. I can't deal with that.
Yeah, it's
like
zing,
zing, zing,
two
zing.
levels and yeah.
And then they got the Windows 8 start menu, how you have to put your cursor in the right place and wait. Oh, God, man, that just drives me crazy.
So that's crazy. Most websites, I was going to say, when you talked about scrolling up down, I did one site, this is back a long time ago, I was updating for a friend of mine, where I actually had all the, this is back when that page is all graphic. And you actually scroll to the right and the page goes.
Oh yeah, and the page moves over?
Yeah.
See now, if you come back to my screen, Yahoo has something, I don't even know what they call this one. I guess you can call it a dynamic something, but they fill up every possible space on your screen. And if I take this lock taskbar off and move this down, see how Yahoo will expand.
Yeah. So everything's set at percentages, not
That's right.
actual.
Now, I just don't have the capacity in my brain to do that, so I'm not going to try to get there. All right, Bob, I think we're about ready to get going.
Yeah,
so,
and it's perfect timing. I just got internet connection.
Oh, yeah.
Just sitting here.
Well, while the three of us are out having a beer, you can be working on the internet here. And
Yeah. So
we're going to see if Ed can pull this one off. He's going to do our standard close, which is back to the picture and then the sound of music. The hills are alive.
So we'll see you next week or next episode.
All right. Here it comes.